So this first card is, what does money mean to you? Okay, this is so weird. I keep getting this card for what money means. I think I've gotten it for two other signs at least. And so this, if you can see, this is a water sign. So money to you is abundance towards things that make you emotionally happy, and also towards your family or your friends or whoever you're nurturing. This is what money means to you. It's ability to take care of yourself emotionally and others emotionally. Okay, so let's take a look at a clarification card for that, which is your seventh chakra, okay? And that's Archangel Uriel. So this is your crown chakra. So whenever you do get money, basically it fills you up with a lot of nurturing power and emotional power, and it opens you up spiritually. And when that happens, you are able to give your money and spread your money in a good way to other people. So that's a really beautiful energy. So that tells me right there that your crown chakra is at least opened up. I still urge you to check out the video so that you can really know what I'm talking about when I say that. But that's good, very good as a start for what money means to you, okay? So next is what is your relationship to the energy of money. So we don't often think of money as having an energy, but it does. And so how does that energy make you feel? So let's check it out. Okay, so it says here, the fixed fire and Queen of Wands. So this matches up in a lot of ways to this card right here, where money means to you emotional stability. So when we have the Queen of Wands, she is someone who takes care of responsibilities for her realm, her subjects, her family, everybody that she has a responsibility to. And money brings you a lot of strength in that area, because when you feel like you're able to provide, you actually stand in that power, and you stand in the power of a Leo, if you can see it there, where it gives you a lot of pride to be able to take care of your pride. Okay? All right, so that makes absolute sense. Now the next card is, what does money offer you? So when you finally get it, what does it do for you? Let's see. All right, so this is the Five of Pentacles, and it's the Uranus, okay? So this is telling me when you get money, what it does is it clears up a lot of problems, a lot of situations, a lot of confusion for you. It gets you out of sticky situations. It solves a lot of problems, because this card means problems or confusion, or it's sort of like a nebulous cloud of things that are hard to get through. But when you finally get money, it offers that clarity that you need, that clearing up. Well, let's find out in what area. So it says the thinking man. So this tells me when you have money, you stop thinking, you have clarity. You're like, finally, okay, I can relax. I've got enough money for this. I don't have to think about this so hard anymore. So it basically just quenches that constant rumination in your mind over getting the money. So that's good that it offers you that. It offers you clarity. So now the next is, it's saying here, so how do you make the most of your money? So like, what do you need to, I always see this when I ask this question, how do you make the most of your money? I look at it as like reinvesting in yourself. And so just keep that in mind when we choose the card, because that'll give you the premise of what we're talking about here. So you have the Capricorn card, which is the Devil card. So to make the most of your money is to spend it wisely on good-natured things, is what this card is telling me. Don't spend it on anything frivolous that doesn't bring you joy or happiness. Always spend your money on something that gives you stability and provides for others. And so don't be wasteful, because this card, this Devil card, can mean being wasteful. All right, so just make sure that when you think about your purchases, you always think, is this wasteful? So just keep that word in your mind, is this wasteful? And then let's get a clarity card. Okay, so the goddess of the moon. Okay, so this is your intuition trying to tell you what helps you to understand what is wasteful and what isn't wasteful. It'll shed the truth into the matter and say, well, the truth of the matter is this is wasteful. So always look at that, use that intuition to reveal the truth about your purchases. I know that seems, it might seem a little symbolic, but the message is there. Okay, so next it says, do you have a budget surplus or a budget shortfall? So let's see. Okay, so you got the Judgment card, you got Pluto. This tells me that right now you have a surplus because whenever we talk about Pluto, as you can see in his hand, he's got the jewels right there. Okay, and I don't really think the Judgment card, the judgment itself really plays into this so much because I don't feel like you've gotten your money in some sort of negative way. You've gotten it in a positive way from what I'm feeling, but you do have a surplus at this moment. But let's see some clarification. So community, that's the card you got for the surplus. So this tells me that you're good with the community, you have a good standing with the people around you, have a good standing at work. That's probably why you have a good surplus, but you just don't need to be wasteful, because when you're wasteful, you start to think too much about money and you worry about how you're going to, support people. And but your crown chakra is open to money. I mean, things are going to come your way, so as long as you're not wasteful. And then it says, is there an expense you should eliminate? Now, this is the fun part. This is what I keep wondering, like, what are you spending your money on? Because in the other readings, I was like, oh. So let's see what it says for you. Okay, so you got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so, and then as you can see, this is all this air signs, all this here. So what that means to me, what you're spending your money on, I'm trying to get this. It seems like it's a good thing because it's opening up. It could be you're spending your money on some sort of form of electronics or communications, something that keeps you connected with other people. It could be computers. I feel like you're spending a lot of money on it, but also at the same time, I don't think that you should eliminate it, because it does say here that there's what expense should you eliminate. But then also this card shows them blowing away something in the middle. So, and it's an energy that they're blowing away. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to have a clarification on this to really find out what's going on, because I don't feel like this is an energy you have to eliminate, but then the cards are telling me otherwise. Let's see. Financial constraints. Okay, financial constraints. Okay, so it seems like maybe you did spend your money on something. Maybe it was some sort of investment and it hasn't really worked out right now. You were trying to manifest something big, but it's now causing a financial constraint. But what did you spend your money on? This is weird because this is the first time I haven't been able to tell. Let me get another clarification card. Okay, this is Door to Spirit. So this basically tells me that there's an opening, that the door to Spirit needs to be open right now, because whatever you spent your money on, it didn't really give you too much satisfaction, like spiritually. But then I'm getting a feeling that it did, like that you spent your money on things that kept you connected. And let me get one more clarification card. The World. Okay. So this is what makes the most sense to me right now, is that you spent money on something that you felt was going to give you status, and then it ended up not giving you the kind of status that you needed. So, but it also feels to me like it was some sort of electronic, or it was something maybe to do with social media, or maybe you had a campaign, or maybe you spent marketing money, something like that, to get some sort of communication across, and you thought it was going to bring you status, but so far it hasn't. And maybe this is saying that you need to stop spending so much money in that area, um, and maybe start doing more stuff. Maybe you could do more stuff word of mouth. I mean, maybe that would help, or just change the kind of campaign you're doing. It's really difficult. Only you can tell like what that is. Um, but whatever it was something that was you were trying to manifest some sort of status. Whew, that one was tough. That also like, took a little while to figure that one out. Okay, so what is your next realistic financial goal? So this is another one that I've been having fun with, because I've been getting these seasonal cards as to like when people are going to actually start to make money and when their goals are going to come true. But let's just see what yours did. Okay, so you got Uranus and the Fool card. Okay. Okay, so this tells me that you need to take a leap of faith and do something different to reach your goals. And that a great time to do that is in the beginning of June right now, where we have Jupiter quintile Chiron, because it's something where you're going to have, like I said, think out of the box. It's something unconventional. You're going to have to take a risk. So this month, in order to really manifest some money to reach your goals, you're going to need to take a risk. And I don't know if you're like a good risk taker, but because it seems like we had the thinking card, it seems like you're good at saving the money that you have. You're good with the community. Let's just get some clarification here. Victory. Okay, so if you take this leap of faith this month to start making new money and take that risk, you're going to get victory out of it. Okay, so let's keep looking one more time to see what else is going on. So your sacral chakra, which is Archangel Ariel. So how to reach this realistic financial goal. So taking a leap of faith. I don't know if this is saying that you want to start like maybe a new relationship, and that's the leap of faith that you need to take. Or if you're in a relationship, you need to bring more love to your relationship to reach your goals. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like. Let me get another clarification. Yep. Okay, so it looks to me like starting a relationship or either getting closer in your relationship is going to bring you victory, and there's some sort of leap of faith involved with that. Maybe you and your partner are starting something together. That could be another revenue of money. And then, yeah, and cut down on the expenses of whatever you feel like is giving you the social status. You have a surplus right now. You're good with the community. When you have money, it makes you feel like a provider, gives you a lot of pride. So this is the story so far. So to reach this goal more quickly, this realistic financial goal, how do you reach this more quickly? And it looks like it might have something to do with your partner. So let's check it out and see what the cards say. Yes. Okay, this makes sense. This is the Coma card, which is the Seven of Pentacles. So this means sacrifice. So this leap of faith may be a sacrifice for your partner, like something maybe you've been unwilling to do so far with them. You could finally take the risk and start the business. Or maybe it's your partner who is wanting to change their job, and you maybe haven't been as supportive in the past, and now it's time to be supportive. And then that's the sacrifice that you're going to have to make. But then in the end, what's going to happen is that partner is going to get a better job, and then you guys are going to be really, manifesting a lot more stuff for yourselves, okay? And so let's get some clarification on that. Blossoming abundance. Says it all right there. So as long as you make this sacrifice and you have this closer connection, or you start a new relationship with someone who is, trying to manifest for themselves, and you're supportive in that to that person. This might help you with your goals. And again, it has to do with the sacral chakra. So you might want to have this unblocked, because it seems to me like maybe the support so far hasn't been there coming from your end. So this will help you have like unconditional love and support. If you go back to the chakra videos that I was telling you about, that I put up this past month, and take a look at your second chakra and get it activated, you might find that that's also going to help kickstart your prosperity, and you're going to bring more money and expansion in your life. Maybe when Jupiter comes in conjunct with Pluto by June 30th, a lot of this stuff is going to be revealing itself, exactly what these readings are meaning, okay? And then let's just get another clarification on that for the how do you reach your goals more quickly. So you got the envy card. So this means that you need to be more grateful for what you have right now, and don't always look ahead to what you don't have, because the more grateful you are right now, it's going to help this relationship that you're in, and you're going to have a lot more gratitude, and gratitude always helps you to attract more abundance, okay? So now this last card is, what is the best thing you can spend your money on? So that's always a fun card too. And you got the Six of Cups, which is this Hercules card. Now, Hercules is a hero, and he tried to, he went on the 12 labors to try and get his emotional well-being back, because a lot of things happened to him in his past. So he decided to go on these 12 labors to challenge himself. So you want to spend money on things that challenge you, that make you feel better about yourself at the end. So if it's something like a new class that you're taking, it could be karate or something, and it challenges you and it makes you feel better about yourself, it's okay to spend money on that. All right, but let's just take a look at the clarification to see. Okay, so it's the sixth chakra, which is the Archangel Metatron. So this means to me that you can spend your money on things that develop your psyche, that develop your that make you feel a lot more balanced psychologically. So that could be something challenging. Again, like I said, it could be some sort of new skill, just whatever it is that makes you feel accomplished at the end is okay for you to spend money on.